Good morning. We are waking up to our first full day in the Azores today. Last night we swam in their thermal bath slash like hot spring pool. They have an indoor pool and an outdoor pool, and they have like a little hot tub and then a cold tub. I got my swimming fix in. I've been just craving jumping into a body of water since we moved, probably the water sign in me. And we swam for 2 hours last night and it was glorious. It was late, there was barely anyone there. There's a rooftop over the pool. At night when you're in the pool floating, you can see yourself. It's like very magical. But today it's actually sunny and we were not expecting it to be sunny. So we have to go figure out what we're going to be doing for the day over breakfast. Adam's parents are here. It's been really great to see them. So yeah, we're excited for the day to begin. The beds are very comfy. Day one in the Azores. You may be asking yourself, where even are the Azores? Here's São Miguel, the largest island of the group and the one that we stayed on throughout the whole trip. And here it is relative to the west coast of Portugal and the east coast of the US. Fun fact, the only tea plantation in Europe can be found on this island. The Azores is made up of 9 volcanic islands with only 250,000 people. There are actually more cows than people on São Miguel Island. Due to its proximity to the jet stream and distances from the Atlantic coast, there are a ton of different microclimates, and the average temperatures range from 55 to 75 degrees Fahrenheit year-round. This was the perfect, almost midway point for Adam's parents to meet us before coming to the mainland. The drive from our hotel to the hike we were gonna do was only about 30 minutes. Cars are highly recommended when you come visit. It's the easiest way to get around and the best way to see as much as possible. We are headed on our first hike.
It's a beautiful day. It's gonna rain. No, it's totally not.
It's so nice, and
Wearing
my tropical miguel shirt. I felt like I was in a Disney movie in the beginning of this hike. There were animals everywhere, and the greenery and the lushness of this is just impossible to capture on camera. I can't even describe how green the trees were. It sounds so dumb, but I've never seen this shade of green in my life. The camera doesn't do it justice.
Look at all those chickens.
Oh my god, okay, we come in peace, we come in peace. Okay, I'm sorry. The total hike time was about 90 minutes, and it came down through a semi-abandoned town. In the 19th and the 20th centuries, the overpopulation and instability of the Portuguese government drove many to emigrate westward, going to Massachusetts, Rhode Island, Canada, and southern Brazil. Therefore, many farms have been abandoned, so who wants to move? on spending a ton of time on the east side of the island, but this day we had an open window to check it out. We drove through some must-hit areas before heading back to the hotel to fuel up and freshen up before getting ready for dinner. It is our last morning at Octant Furnace. We just packed up our rooms. My hair is crazy this trip. I've decided to not bring a single hair tool, so just going the natural way because we're swimming a lot. We really enjoyed this stay. Hopefully maybe one day we'll come back. Breakfast has been wonderful. We're gonna head down now and just explore a little bit before we get in the car and head to our next spot that we're staying at and see where the day takes us. Hopefully the weather will hold up again. Adam has informed me that the pronunciation is furnas. Also, like, hello? I love hotels that have books that you would find in someone's living room that are both informative and also visually pleasing. I learned a lot about Azorean plants. We packed up our stuff from the hotel and drove about 30 minutes to Ribeira Grande, where there was a flower festival that was kind of underwhelming, but there was also randomly a bomb safety demonstration for children and their families. Interesting. From there, we drove about 20 minutes into Ponta Delgada, which is the largest town on the island. And then we stopped at Pingo Dos, where we got groceries to stock the kitchen of the next place we were going to. We then had lunch at a churrasco place on the water.
He doesn't hear us or care about us. Wow.
Good morning, bom dia. I keep forgetting to vlog. I'm just trying to soak in this trip. It's just unbelievably beautiful, and we're on another side of the island, a little bit closer to Ponta Delgada. And yeah, we're just enjoying the weather. We thought it was gonna be really rainy when we were here, but the rain's kind of held up and we're instead just getting some nice high 60s Fahrenheit days. Sunny, partly cloudy, not terrible. The sun's very strong here. This is our view. It's insane. This house is just gorgeous. We actually have this little number that we can hang on the front gate to let the baker know that we want that amount of bread every single morning. Is that the cutest thing you've ever heard? I think I just propped my phone up in a spider web, but here's the fit. It was about an hour drive to the western part of the island for an e-bike tour of sete cidades. This massive volcanic crater, about 5 kilometers wide, collapsed thousands of years ago and filled with rainwater, creating 2 stunning lakes. One blue, one green, sitting side by side in what's now one of the most iconic landscapes in all of the Azores. So much natural beauty. There are some invasive species here, some prettier than others like hydrangeas, because they're able to multiply rapidly with the microclimate's rich soil. Fun fact, if you measure the volcanoes that make the islands up from their subaquatic base to their tips, they would be some of the tallest mountains in the whole world. After a much-needed meal, we explored the Monte Palace Abandoned Hotel. Built in the 1980s as a luxury 5-star resort, it was meant to be a grand destination overlooking the lakes, but the project ran into financial trouble and was abandoned before it ever opened its doors. Sits as an eerie relic, but also tourist destination, slowly being reclaimed by nature and artists with stunning views that were never meant to go to waste. So this would have been a hotel room. Here would have been the bathroom. Here would have been the closet. And here would have been the bedroom with this view. How insane. We're currently at the top of an abandoned hotel. Adam's heaven. The views are incredible, as you can see. Okay, we're going to dinner. We did mountain biking today. It was fucking amazing. It was very hard. I was kind of scared at certain points, but I'm really glad I did it and pushed myself. The views were unbelievable. I really wish I had a GoPro because I was just not feeling confident enough to take my phone out and film the like crazy hills. E-bikes need to have an e-bike, but this is my outfit for din. It's not like super warm here, but it's also not super cold, but I'm just always someone who gets freezing cold whenever, wherever, so it's like mid to low 60s and the sun's setting. As you can see, this is a beautiful view. Very long day, but I'm happy that we did what we did.
horrible mix.
Bars and wires?
These hose ain't loyal, not these bars and wires. That's so good.
These oars and lawyers. We had a slow morning this morning. We had a masseuse come to the house for Adam's mom. She said it was one of the best massages she's ever had. I'll link his information here. And we'll definitely need to be coming back to San Miguel to go to his property. Hello. Hi. We then drove to a nearby black sand beach called Praia da Amora that took a little bit of a hike to get to, but it was nice to get some exercise in. We spent the rest of the day hanging around the house, at the pool, before driving about 30 minutes to dinner for a special meal at a farm-to-table restaurant to celebrate the end of the trip. Can't recommend this place enough. Everything was delicious, super fresh, and very inventive. The dining room felt like you were eating in someone's home. It was lovely. The next day we packed up our stuff and said goodbye to the beautiful home before heading into Ponta Delgada to kill some time before the flight. Of course, we had to stop in a vintage shop. It wouldn't be a complete trip without it. The only negative about this trip is that we didn't have more time. I'm already looking forward to coming back and exploring more of the islands and spending more time on San Miguel as well. Hi, okay, it's a couple months later. I was surprised, and it's starting to become a little bit chilly in Porto, and I thought I would take you through what I got at the thrift store in Ponta Delgada because I'm wearing one of the pieces that I got. So, quick run through. It's not that much. Starting off with this. This shirt is a Shirt by Streetwear Society. It's 100% cotton, you know me and my materials, and it was reworked by a local artist. He put in this light stitching, purple, and I don't know if you can really see it there. I hope you can. Right along the seams of the whole garment. So I love it. I wear this to yoga. I wear this under things. It was a really good summer layering piece for me because the strings at the bottom, a little flare to the fit, even though it's just a throwover piece. Next is this kind of funky long sleeve. I love wearing long sleeves. If you know anything about me, you know that I was bullied for having hairy arms. Someone once told me I was a gorilla, and I really internalized that for the entirety of my high school and middle school career, that I never ever wore short sleeves to school. Ever. Be the hottest of the days. I would have pit stains galore. I was committed. I'm an adult at this point, you know, I still have those moments, but long sleeve shirts are really just my bread and butter. I always feel way more confident in them. So, shout out to my bully. He's ugly now. Okay, and then lastly, stop being messy, Jenna. This polo that Adam got, good red Luke. And yeah, and this little fleece quarter zip I thought would be a good thing to have. I hope that you enjoyed the vlog. I might be posting my Paris vlog next. I'm not quite sure what the next video is going to be, if it's going to be Paris, if it's going to be a full summer vlog with Paris in the middle of it. Let me know what you want to see. I know I'm very slow in churning this out. I'm working on a lot of things here in Porto that I'm very excited to share with you all soon. So I will talk to you all soon. I hope you enjoyed this video. Let me know if you have any feedback. Why am I talking with my hands like this? But bibbidi boppity boo.